What's up? Welcome to Barbell Brigade. I'm Bart.
I'm Gio.
And I'm Lou. Myron, you Myron the games already or what?
And today's topic is, do you need expensive equipment to powerlift, and if it affects your success in powerlifting or not?
Honestly, when I used to go to like Globo gyms and stuff, and then when I first started powerlifting,
Globo?
Globo gyms.
How do you spell Globo?
G-L-O-B-O. Globo.
It's not global?
No. Come on, when you come from the hood like me, you have to call it Globo.
Wait, where'd you go?
In the hood, East LA.
Oh yeah, right.
East LA with the East.
Probably not.
Anyway, yeah, I used to hate hard on people that would come out like all swagged out and like would have matching like belts.
All decked out and stuff?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? This ain't a fashion show. Like, why are you even here right now? Like, fucking go stretch your shit somewhere else.
I didn't like it when people would just walk around with wrist wraps, and they wouldn't even use them. They just walk around with them, and like
just on their wrist?
Yeah, like they would come from the parking lot, and they would like literally just walk around with them. And I'm just like, why do you have it on? Like, you don't need it, you know?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Nothing. Like, they didn't say anything. I was just looking at them. I was just like,
Shame.
this guy doesn't live.
Yeah, so I would hate on them and I'd be like, dude, you're just here for a fashion show. Like, I ain't gonna be like you. Like, I want all the rugged shit. I would only stick to Chucks. I'm like, Chuck is all I need.
Yeah.
Chuck and me are homies to the day I die. Like, all it is just me PRing with Chuck. That's it. But then the more I really started getting serious into it, like I really didn't want to have to buy more equipment because one, I don't want to spend money, and two, I didn't want to be like the people I was hating on. So I was like, fuck! Alright, well everyone keeps like talking about how dope these shoes are, how dope these like these straps are, how dope this belt is, and like how you PR even more, and like it would help with all the lifts and whatever, and I'm like, fuck! Alright, well let me try it. And then once I tried it, I'm like, god damn, this shit works.
Yeah.
And now I have like a shoe for every single lift. I want to get like multiple belts for all the lifts. I think it helps. So it helps me.
See, but the difference is like, I think when the level that you're starting at, like for a beginner, like I don't think you need like Addy Powers or Romaleos or like just like good wrist wraps, like slingshot stuff. But
those are dope.
But you don't need like Inzer belt and all that stuff. You know, like I had Chucks when I started. You need duct tape and just like that's it, pretty much. You don't even need Chucks. You can just get some fake stuff like that they sell. I don't even know what they're called. Like, what are they called?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But it's like, all you need is like, I think Chucks are fine. You don't even need a belt. You don't even need wrist wraps, you know, but.
When you first started, what did you have?
Nothing. I had Chucks. I didn't even have Chucks.
What did you have?
I think I had some bands or something.
Are you talking about starting in the beginning of powerlifting or the beginning of just working out
Just
in general?
powerlifting, you know, or even in general. I don't think it's necessary to have like all this really good equipment, you know. It's like, because a lot of people are not even consistent with it at first, you know.
True.
And it's like they're spending money and they're not even using this stuff, right? And it's like they leave it there and they buy this expensive stuff. Like I saw a guy one time bicep curling at a global gym, and he had Addy Powers and a rogue belt. Yeah.
Wow.
I want to take a picture one day because I know I'll see this guy again.
Were you making pretty significant gains though when you just had that stuff?
Yeah, I was getting strong. Like I used to never wear wrist wraps. I used to never wear a belt. But once I started getting heavier, that's when I started to invest in a belt, right? Because I was just like, I want to take care of myself.
Yeah.
But it was really because my mom told me. She's like, Mijo, you gotta be careful with your back. I was like, dang, she's a real MVP. She's a real MVP, mom.
When I first started, I was just like you, where it was like I think I started off with like a more hardcore mentality. I used to cut my shirts and all my sweaters were the ones.
He had the nip slip.
Yeah,
he had the nip slip.
Why would you cut your shirts? What did that do?
I don't know, just something about like that Rocky training mentality where everything's just old and faded shirts.
Yeah, but Rocky never went and he put his fucking shirt on the bed.
Rocky
always cut his
shirt. No, he cut the belly.
Yeah,
he didn't cut the
belly. He even cut
the
the top
cut
right
the belly.
He even cut the top. Like
that makes sense because his neck is fucking huge. You don't have that problem.
I was trying to grow into it.
But you cut it this way so that you could intentionally show.
And we all know when you cut your shirts, your arms look twice as big.
Hey, they do. I used to cut my shirt too.
When you see yourself big,
I don't do it now.
It motivates yourself. You're like, oh shit, damn.
Okay.
Back in the day, I used to cut my shirts. I had the little nip slip, you know. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Everybody lick at it. It's nice and little.
Lick it.
Everybody lick at it, you know, because it was nice and little. I looked jacked and stuff. But this was when I was bodybuilding.
Let me see how small they are.
It's so little. Hey, yours are small.
Oh, mine's pretty small.
Yeah.
How about yours?
Gross.
can
Yeah,
just,
but then later on when I got more and more serious into powerlifting, I realized, so when you're just training for just the gym and you just want to get overall strength, I don't think it really matters what equipment you have.
Yeah.
You just want to get your form down
Yeah.
and just master the basics.
exactly.
But if you start competing, then you need that competitive edge,
Yeah.
and I
Sure.
think that's when it's worth
Yeah.
dropping the extra dollar because it's gonna benefit you at the meet. But if you're just looking to get strong,
Yeah.
just master your form first. Like a lot of people, when they first squat in the first week, they're like, should I get heels, should I get flats? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, just spend 6 months learning how to squat and then figure out if you even need the heel or if you even need flat shoes.
Because now that since I started with like super basic bitch stuff, like just chucks, no belt, none of that, no chuck, none of that fancy shit, I felt like it actually made me stronger, like by far. And now that I have like all the shoes and the fucking like the wrist wraps and the belt and the everything, I feel like I've become so dependent on that now that I'm like becoming weaker.
No, well, I think at that point you get to a certain level where you're just, you know, you're hitting bigger numbers. You got to be careful. Like,
That's true, I go
I mean,
pretty heavy.
eventually, like your mechanics change with flat shoes and high and like a heel, you know.
Yeah.
So that's gonna make a big difference, right? Like
Yeah.
as opposed to like when you're just starting and you're learning fundamentals. That's all you should worry about.
Yeah.
You know, Louis Simmons has a quote here. He says, "It's like why have $100 shoes with a 10-cent squat, I believe." It is like that, but it's true. Like you don't need to spend your money on expensive stuff that you're not even gonna use and you don't even really know how to use, right? Like it's like I think the first thing that I would buy is maybe a belt.
Nose torque?
Nose torque is, they shouldn't even be using nose torque at
Hell
all.
no.
That's true.
But I didn't even use nose torque either until like I went to a
today?
meet.
I still
Well, today
have
I
it.
use it too. It helps a lot. I like nose torque. It feels like you're on freaking everything. It's like a punch in the face. And then you're like pumped up and you're just like swole and everything. You're like,
Put those away, they're too
I
small.
don't know. It's dangerous. I'm gonna put them away.
Let us know what equipment you first bought when you started powerlifting and was it worth it?
I'm like, dude, this guy's huge. Like,
What part of the legs?
just like the quad, like the quadricep.
The way it
And the calves
fits
too.
into the groin area
No.
or the glutes?
I'm just saying, like the quadriceps when they're striated and they're cut.